How's everybody doing? During my comedy piece I'm about to do, let me know if they're coming at me.
I know they're doing something.
Well, you
Just yell duck or something. No,
They are
for
doing
those of
something.
you who haven't seen my videos or whatever, I just want to say I am a comedian. So if I fucking say anything that you're upset about, just remember I'm a fucking comedian. All right? Just chill out. I'll probably offend someone. Don't worry about it. You don't need to have a 7-hour meeting about who I offended. Just ignore it. But first of all, one more time, give yourselves a fucking cheer for doing this, for being out here. You guys are sticking it out, and you know, I've got lucky in that I've gotten to perform at a lot of the Occupies. I've performed at Occupy Wall Street, and Occupy DC, and Occupy Chicago, and Wisconsin, and Montreal, and Toronto, and the energy across this country is fucking incredible, all right? And you're a part of it. Don't forget that. You know, so this is Fort Manning for Bradley Manning, but
Free Brad!
Free Bradley Manning, and I think what Bradley Manning points to is it points to the fact that our privacy fucking doesn't matter at all on an individual level, all right? And no one gives a shit. They will take away every moment of our privacy. It doesn't fucking matter at all. But what Bradley Manning did is he threatened their privacy, all right?
Embarrass the empire!
Contracts and corporations and the government. And you know, when WikiLeaks first started, all I needed to know that I loved WikiLeaks was that it was making rich, powerful people shit themselves. Shit themselves and bitch and moan and shit themselves and take off those trousers, rinse and repeat. It was amazing. It was amazing. My new favorite sport. I mean, which would you rather watch, a tennis match or the U.S. Department of Defense go, we didn't want you to know about that. You know, and yet our media, our shitty-ass media, made it all about the sex allegations against Julian Assange, all right? And look, if there's any evidence, fine, put him on trial. But they're acting like the cold, hard truth that came out through WikiLeaks doesn't matter at all, because Julian Assange gave off a rapey vibe. You know, that's like saying the guy who stood in front of the tanks in Tiananmen Square didn't matter at all, because he once went down on a panda bear. He gave us an iconic image of a brutal regime cracking down on their people, and besides, maybe the panda liked it. You don't know. Pandas don't get much action. There's like 3 of them left. They don't. So that's the difference in privacy, you know? When it threatens them, it fucking scares the shit out of them, and we don't get that truth through our media. Our media is a fucking shitstorm of celebrity assholes. That's all it is. It's just fear stories and celebrity bullshit. Who went into rehab and who had a baby and whose baby went into rehab. That's all it is. And you know, then it's the fear stories. They love fear because it gets good ratings. So they're like, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. And then every commercial, do you have anxiety? We have pills to fix that shit. So they sell their fucking pills. And our media is so bad. Did you see the study that came out saying that people that watch Fox News on a test know less about what's going on in the world than people who watch no news at all? It was a real study. Like, that's mind-blowing. No one would watch a sports channel if it made them dumber about sports. Right? You're just walking around the neighborhood like, yeah, the Lakers beat Tiger Woods. People are like, I don't even watch sports, but I'm pretty sure one of those is a basketball team and the other's like a tiger or something. That's what our media is. So I think what they should do to make us a more informed country is they should take the bullshit TV that everyone's watching, this whole country, the reality shows, the cooking shows, and the dressmaking shows, and Dancing with the Stars. Just take all that shit, and instead of subliminal marketing, just put subliminal truth underneath, so people would learn their shit. You know, you're watching RoboCop cupcake wars like you do every Tuesday. And underneath would be like, hey, kids, make your clothing. And ExxonMobil owns your government. Why'd you ever give up drawing when you were younger? You're really good and you quite enjoyed it. And you gave that up to what? File paperwork 12 hours a day? Why? Why? So you could afford some marble countertop island in your kitchen? You don't even use the thing. You don't even use the fucking countertop. I could understand this life choice if you were humping that countertop fucking balls deep in that marble every day and twice on Sunday. Then this life choice would make sense. Just subtle messages like that. We could just slip underneath, and then people would be more informed. But that's what Occupy has done. Occupy has made the country more informed. You know, it changed the discussion in this country to inequality, to the fact that our entire resources and environment and money and everything is getting sucked to the top. And you don't have to be a fucking physics professor to know that top-heavy things collapse. All right? That's what they do. All you have to do is picture Philip Seymour Hoffman riding on the shoulders of Natalie Portman. That's what this country is right now. And, you know, the top 1% taking something like 50% of the all-earned wages, and it's the greatest disparity it's been since 1917. Do you have any idea how fucking long ago that was? They were still using expressions like "she's the bee's knees" and shit. Like, this is just at a whole new level. And then people want to argue, well, it benefits the country to have really big, powerful corporations. You do understand they're not going to stay here once they've eaten everything. Right? They don't give a shit about a country. You know, people, they don't say God bless America before they clear cut 1,000 acres in Utah. They don't fucking, and this is global. You know, the ultra rich in Mexico don't wear sombreros that says Mexico rocks. And the bankers in London don't wear t-shirts that say God save the Queen. All right, it says God save the green. And for those of you going, their money's not green, fuck you, I had to make the joke work. God save the pinky purple bits of paper, doesn't have the same ring to it. These corporations are monsters, and they just suck and suck and suck like Eddie Murphy movies. They're monsters, they are. Citibank is a monster, JP Morgan Chase is a monster, Walmart is a monster. Walmart is a monster that devours small towns and then shits out steaming piles of trailer parks. That's what it is. You know, so it's all getting sucked to the top. It's just an insane level, and you gotta fight back. There's big ways to fight back, like what we're doing here. There's little ways too, you know, like if you have a job and the job steals your health care, steal their staplers. Just take their fucking staplers. Yeah, I might not get the liver transplant I need, but good luck sticking 2 pieces of paper together. You fart lickers, right? Just little shit. Streak through a board meeting or slip a photo of your balls into the PowerPoint presentation. They're not gonna know whose they were, you know? Take your family on a vacation to the oil-covered beaches of the Gulf of Mexico and take a bunch of Christmas card photos, send one to the head of BP and write, "Happy Hanukkah, this oil's lasted more than 8 days, it's a miracle!" Little shit. Take your money out of the big, you guys know this, take your money out of the big banks, put it in a little bank, put it in a milk carton, and if you want to feel like you're at a big bank, every time you take money out of the milk carton, flush half of it down the toilet and smack your grandmother. You'll feel just like you're at a big bank. Also, this works. Go into one of the big banks, say you want to open a business account, and then when you're sitting in that little office with them, just slowly start taking a dump in your pants. Never mention it, maintain eye contact. Let the smell fill the entire place. If they want to shit on this country, then it's going to come right back at them. Be a thorn in their side, a wrench in their gears, a herpes sore on their lip. It might not kill them, but a million herpes sores will make them rethink who they're fucking. That's what we are. We are herpes sores.
On the tip of their penises.
Wow, that was the worst heckle I've ever got. So yeah, but you know, Occupy is incredible, and you see the overwhelming force that they have to institute to try and crush this thing. You know, fucking rubber bullets to combat chalking on sidewalks. Because, you know, if they don't stop the chalk, that could quickly lead to finger paints, all right? Finger paints, and then that's a spiral into glitter, all right? They say they have to stop chalking because it could disrupt the social fabric. Yeah, well, fucking sucking all of the wealth to the top 1% doesn't disrupt the social fabric. Or closing on millions of homes doesn't disrupt the social fabric. Taking all the money out of infrastructure to enrich you and your friends doesn't disrupt the social fabric. We have people fucking washing by on, you know, flooded towns. They're going by on mattresses, and you're worried about a little chalk? Jesus Christ, like people are gonna flip out like the whole world. Holy shit, did you see the chalk? Where's the antidote for the chalk? There's gotta be a little voice in the back of these cops' heads, and they're like, hey, you know, maybe I should be arresting the bankers and economic rapers rather than pummeling a 19-year-old with a henna tattoo, trying to save the world with arts and crafts. And you know, the media does the same thing. They're going to focus on the bullshit is what they're going to do. The first article that came out about Occupy Wall Street in the New York Times, the left-wing New York Times, the first article was Occupy Wall Street wreaking havoc on area bathrooms. Well, you know, and they care more about the harm done to area bathrooms than the harm done to fucking millions of Americans by this economic raping and pillaging that we've all just accepted like it's a Black Eyed Peas song. You know? Like, well, it's gonna be around for a while. Might as well pretend like I like it. Well, then the article said mothers are having trouble getting their strollers around police barricades. Well, God forbid the revolution gets in the way of your evening stroll with little baby trust fund. Look, and this is a revolution. This is not a revolution in traditional sense. This is a revolution of thought, all right? It's a mental awakening for most of this country. Waking up to the fact that they're sick of greed over good and profitable pollution over people and war for wealth, of the welfare of average citizens, all right? They're sick of this shit, and they're standing up. Call it Occupy. Call it fucking the people in Wisconsin standing up there, the Indignados in Spain, the fucking people in Greece, the people in Montreal. Like, these are the same. This is the same process. It's the same mental awakening, the same mental revolution, and it's not going to fit easily into your Pilates schedule. You know, it's not going to be dissuaded by police barricades and driving rain and pepper spray. Pepper spraying us is like throwing water on gremlins. The more you do it, the more of us fucking show up. It's not, you know, it's not going to wait until after people's dinner party, tummy tucks, or titty tilts. I mean, this is a revolution of the mind, and it's not going to be easily circumcised, all right? You know? Gil Scott Heron told us it won't be televised, but it will be digitized and posted on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and anywhere real ideas are told. You might have to scroll through a couple of invites to Farmville, but it'll be in there. It will, and you know, people are going to ask us, where were you? Our kids are going to ask us, where were you when this shit could have been changed? And if you weren't partaking in these protests, whether it works or not, if you weren't here, what are you going to tell them? Well, there was a video game where you slingshot these birds. So I played a lot of that. You know, and then they make fun of us. They say, it's young people down there. It's only young people. Well, first of all, look around. It's not only young people. But secondly, even if it were, who the fuck should be here? Who the fuck has to sit around in this shit for the next 70 years, eating the tainted fish, drinking the tainted water, watching the fetid reality shit on TV, create a nation of malignant imagination? It's us who has to sit here twiddling our thumbs and flicking our ding-dongs and going, hey, remember back when we could have changed this shit? We should have, like, done something. I'm proud to be out here with you guys, and just fucking always remember, keep fighting.